Let's talk about a print-on-demand product that is killing it on Etsy, but I've never seen it talked about. And these are desk mats. I was taking a look around eRank and I noticed that desk mats have 18,000 searches a month, which is very good. But what hit me even more is that it only has 63,000 competition. And while yes, this may sound a look, let's take a look at t-shirts. In comparison, t-shirts do have 104,000 average monthly searches, which is 5 times the amount of desk mats. But look at the competition for t-shirts. That is close to 9 million people competing on t-shirts. So again, while yes, they have 5 times more competition, they also have 138 times more competition than desk mats. So you are competing with way less people per search. And scrolling down, taking a look at desk mats, you are going to find a whole bunch of sub-niches within desk mats that have such little competition compared to so many other products I have seen out there when checking them on eRank. So we have a different spelling of desk mat, which you can use in your keywords. We have anime desk mat, we have desk mat cute, green desk mat, kawaii desk mat, custom desk mat. Don't be doing things like Pokemon, stay away from brands. We have a gaming desk mat, cat desk mat. So many different ones that we can make designs for. And when checking Etsy as well, I found tons of bestseller desk mats. We can see that this desk mat has been listed for 4 months and has 206 sales. This one here was also listed 4 months ago and has 92 sales. And again, using my Everbee extension, I can see here that some people are getting thousands of sales with desk mats. And while I've been scrolling through these as well, I've noticed the same few names keep popping up. Why is that? Is because not that many stores are focusing on desk mats. Again, because it's not a commonly thought of print-on-demand product. And you can sell these using Pritify. So Pritify has these ones here, the desk mat. They do have another desk mat out there, but this one is probably my favorite. It's because it's by Spoke Custom Products, which has really good reviews and it ships from the US. But what I also love about these is the prices. So if we take a look here, you can order 3 different sizes of desk mat. So we have a smaller one and then we have some larger, more gaming style ones, but you can offer your products in all 3 so people have a choice. And if you have Pritify Premium, which if you're making sales monthly, then you should be paying for Pritify Premium, but they're $8, $8.62, and $11.49, which is extremely cheap because looking at some of these sizes that these people offer, they're not selling it to $18.44, even though you're already making a profit if you do sell it at this. If you take a look at their sizes, these are for a really, really small, usually the round pads that we aren't going to be offering, but the larger sizes here are $24.59. We have the larger size here, $46.11. We have $36.89, giving us major profits when we are selling these sizes of desk mats. But you may be wondering, how am I going to be creating designs like this? That is the best part. All of these designs that I have found can easily be made with AI. So let's make one together. So first I'm going to decide what type of desk mat I want to make. So going through some of the ideas I got from eRank, we can see green is really popular, and another commonly searched for one is a cottagecore style desk mat. So the best results I've gotten have been using the AI from Midjourney. So I would search up Midjourney, get that installed, and once it's set up, you actually work within Discord to create your images. Once you actually have Midjourney, it's very self-explanatory to get this set up. If you have any issues, just look up any YouTube videos on getting Midjourney set up within Discord. Super simple, and then you're gonna get to a page like this. Ignore my last prompt, we're not gonna be using that one, but right in the message box down here, what we are going to type is we're going to type just imagine, and then we're gonna hit enter, and now we're able to write in our prompt. And our prompt is a description of the type of desk mat or design that we want to create. So into the text box, I end up typing green and gold, cottagecore, flower, and mushroom pattern. And then I put --AR, which means aspect ratio. And I put 9921 by 5197. And I put this number because this is the largest size of the desk mat that Pritify can print. So I actually want to design for the biggest one because I plan to sell the biggest one, and then I can actually scale downwards towards the smaller sizes and offer those too. It's much harder to scale upwards than scale downwards. And then once I hit enter, these are the 4 different options that I got back from Midjourney. So if we click in these, we can see our 4. They're a little bit hard to see because they are all very similar images, but taking a look at these, I'm thinking I really like through number 3 and 4, which are the 2 bottom ones here, but I want to see them changed up a little bit. So clicking out of this, we're going to see U1, U2, U3, U4, V1, V2, V3, V4. U means upscale, means you like that image and you want to use it pretty much. Or we have V, which means I want to create variations of this design. So I'm going to actually hit V3 and I'm going to create 4 new options that are variations based on this 3rd option here, which I already liked. And now here we have our 4 new options. Going to open these again to take a quick look at them. And I'm thinking I like number 1 the most, or maybe the original one I also liked. I actually think I like the original a little bit more. So instead of using this new one, I'm going to go back to this one and I'm going to upscale number 3. So I'm going to hit U3 and then we're going to get a brand new message with a bigger version of this design. But it's actually not big enough for us to use it yet. We do need to upscale this image. It's not high res enough quality to print yet. So I'm going to hit upscale 4 times and just let that run. It might take a little bit. So I'll be back when this is done. And now once it is upscaled, we can right click and save this to our files. And now we actually need to put this on the desk mat through Pritify so that we can sell this product and Pritify will automatically print and ship this for you with your design. So what we're gonna do is we're going to hit start designing and then we are going to bring in our file. So now that our file is brought in, we're able to see that it has high resolution because we did upscale this. But if we do take a look, unfortunately, if we want to include some of the bigger sizes, which I think we really should, if we want to be selling these, give people the option. What we are going to see is when we do bring in the 15.5 by 31, this does drop in resolution. It's not low resolution, so I'm still happy with the medium resolution. But if you wanted to make this bigger, you are going to have to go offsite, look up for another image upscaler, and to make it a big enough file size for this 15.5 by 31, you are most likely going to need to pay for a service to do this because most free upscalers won't make your file this big, but I'm still gonna go ahead with the 183 DPI. I'll probably order myself a sample, but I don't think that this is something to worry about. It still says medium resolution. When you zoom in, it doesn't look pixelated or anything, so I still think that this one is going to print fine. Now, I'm just gonna look through all of these 3 images to make sure we're happy with these. So I think this one I'm actually going to make slightly larger just so it fits the size. Let's go back, make sure this one still looks good. And then we have the 12 by 18. Keep in mind, if I touch this file right now, it's going to affect all other file sizes. For the 12 by 18, I'm going to hit make a specific design for 12 by 18. And now you're gonna see this little blue dot show up. And now I can rechange this file, but it won't affect the other 2 files. And now I'm happy with all 3 sizes. I'm going to hit save product. And then we're going to scroll down and we're going to hit publish. I use Etsy. I have Etsy hooked up to my Pritify. This can be your Shopify, but once we hit publish, it's actually going to show up in your selling platform. So coming into my Etsy listings, this is on my Mockup shop. This is not my print on demand shop. This one is public. I don't mind everyone knowing that this one is mine, but the new desk mat that we had just published is now showing up and we're able to click into our listing. And now we want to go add in some photos. We want to change our titles, our descriptions, our tags, following proper Etsy SEO so that we can be found organically. But one thing you might be wondering is, how am I going to get photos that I can actually use for this? One option is to use placeit.net. What placeit.net is, it is a library of tons of different photos where you upload your photo and it actually shows it on the product. The only issue with the ones here, I don't necessarily like them that much because I find they're pretty cut off. And if I want someone to really focus on the design, having the keyboard in the way is a little bit distracting. So if there's none of these ones that you like, we're actually gonna buy one on Etsy. So if you don't like those either, on Etsy, what you can do is search up desk mat mockup. And scrolling down, you're gonna find a bunch of mockups that you can upload your design to that you can use for your Etsy photos. But if you take a look here, a lot of them are on a curve and your design is actually a full rectangle. It doesn't have the curved corners, so it might not look very realistic. So what these mockups are they're actually called smart mockups, and they are intended for use with Photoshop. But the secret is that there is a free Photoshop out there called Photopea. So first, find one that you would like, and you're gonna download it, and you're gonna download and save the PSD file that you get when you buy one of these. So this is photopea.com. I'm gonna hit open for my computer and I'm gonna open up that PSD file, even though I'm not in Photoshop. It's my little free secret. And what we're gonna do is you're gonna see on this mockup here, or in the layers side over here, this might be slightly different depending on who you buy this mockup from, but generally smart mockups do look the same. How you're gonna add your design to this is it even says in the layers, thank you to the creator of this mockup, and you're gonna double click the little thumbnail or the square there. And then what we're gonna do is hit file, we're gonna open in place, and then we're gonna bring in our file. And I'm just going to scale it to be large enough. And then I'm going to hit Control Save to save this, or you can do File Save, whichever you prefer. And once it is saved, you're gonna see there are two different files open here. And once we hit back and go back, we're actually gonna see our design mocked up within this mockup. And now we can save this file and use this for our Etsy photos, our Shopify photos, or wherever we sell these on. And there you go. Now you've created a product that is searched for within a niche that is wanted, and you're creating something that does not have too much competition. So if you have been wanting to start print on demand, but you don't want to be doing t-shirts or what everyone else is doing, I highly recommend maybe testing these out or looking through eRank and finding other products like this that are less saturated. All right, thank you guys so much. Let me know in the comments below if this is something you're gonna be trying out.